You are listening to Motivational Radio France with your host, Longiago in Paris. Yeah, but then how can anybody, is it possible to disobey your parents?
Well, from my own standpoint, I would say if you are faced with such a situation, what that guy has done is what I would advise. Because you can't disobey your parents. Mm-hmm. So you just have to deal with them till the time you are independent. Then you can now focus on what you want to.
But you just said that guy has wasted 10 years of his life.
Oh yes, it's sad, but that's the best way to. Because the other way around, if he decides to fight, or he had decided to fight his parents and do this, and I mean, many other things could have gone wrong also. Mm-hmm. He might not even have the funds to even pursue his dreams and abandon it halfway, that. But on one side, he has lost the amount of years he used to study medicine. But the other hand, too, one way or the other, he has met some people. He's more exposed, you understand. So he has gained some things too. Just that whatever amount of years he has spent in school, and that amount of years behind it.
Okay, so you're trying to tell us that you said previously that in any situation, you try to learn from it.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Okay, so he has to learn. He has to learn from the fact that he went to school, became a doctor, even though he doesn't want to practice it. But at least he has learned one or two things from it.
Let me use myself as an example. I studied physics in school.
Okay.
Along the line, I discovered that this physics is not my way at all. Mm-hmm. You understand? But I endeavored to finish it. I finished, and sometimes I still look back. There is a role the course I studied in school is playing what I'm doing right now. Mm-hmm. Because it's science-based, physics is the bulk of it has to do. We are proving things why this is so, and so I apply that even in my preaching. I don't just tell them God said you should do this. I will try to explain based on my training as a physicist that this is why God said, understand, and scientifically proves to them, and it works. So the fact that I studied medicine in school. And one thing about medical science is that the medical doctors pay attention to details.
Yeah.
So you can use that skill and also apply it in whatever you're doing now, and it will work.
Okay.
So it's not a total loss, as it were.
Okay, very good. Yeah, sure, I guess. But it's quite unfortunate that he has to go spend about 10 years, and at the end would not go for that because of the fact that he wanted to satisfy his father. It's not very easy, especially. It's very nice if you're very young. But if you're not very young and you spend 7 years or 10 years of your life just because you don't, I think it's not. You can imagine that, it's not the best. Anyway, I think the best we could do is, I don't know if is there any possible way to advise parents. What can we tell? What can you tell parents who are listening to us, because lots of parents listen to us? What is your advice to them so that they can either change? It's not too late. In case maybe anybody's making the same mistakes now, is it possible to tell them one thing that they will make or say, oh, that man said something last week or yesterday or today that I heard, and I want to change my behavior. If I see my child being a good footballer or trying to play football and I want him to be a medical doctor, and then you say, oh, listen, okay, I don't want to. Do you understand what I mean? So try to, if possible, give parents. Go ahead.
For parents who are listening, they should see themselves as caretakers of the children in their custody. Mm-hmm. They are not the owners, so to say, of the children. Mm-hmm. And so God's purpose for their life is primary. And then let them bear in mind also that they are going to give account for how the life of that child goes. So what I will say is that their role is to guide what the child, what his passion is, his abilities, what satisfies the child. And you need to know that one child is different from the other. Don't compare. Mm-hmm. And then you don't have to study medicine before you can be successful. Success is measured not on one particular career or the other. It's measured by your purpose, how you can achieve it. How much of your purpose you have achieved is what determines your own success. So let them guide the child as it is towards his purpose. You see a child that he just loves football. Don't tell him no, don't stop watching football. Try to help him. See why he likes it, and help him whichever way you can. If to take you sending the child to a football academy, just use football as do everything you can. If it's music, you discover this child just loves music, and in many cases you discover that maybe the child is not doing well in some other part. Haven't tried your best. Don't force that child on that. Anything you discover a child is not particularly good, I haven't tried everything. don't force it on that child. It might just be, it's not wired for such. But you find out that it's wired for some other thing. Encourage the child to do that, and you discover that it will come out path in that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Feyi. That's very wonderful. I am very sure lots of parents will hear what you have just said and try to do kind of a soul searching and say, let me see what I'm doing wrong or what I've done wrong so far. If there's any way to change what I have done, if there's any way to repair, and maybe call back and say, okay, I've done something wrong. I want to follow your passion, even though it does not tally with what I want or what I have in my mind for you. Because I believe all of us, you said it, that you are not the owner of the child. You know, God owns the child. You are just there to guide the child. Because I've always believed that some people, parents say, my child. Yes, the child belongs to God, not you, I guess. You know, and we're there just to guide and show the person the way forward. And that's it. So if you find out for any reasons that your own advice is not the best, try to come back and swallow your pride and come back and say, oh, listen, I've misadvised you, and let us see how we can repair this and all that. Okay, very wonderful. I don't know, do you have any other thing you would like to add into what we have said so far?
I would just say for everyone who has decided to follow his passion, I know I've heard something like this, everybody get up, you want to follow your passion and everything. And let me say this, it's not going to be easy, and God never promised that anything will be easy. You have to be ready to face a lot of hurdles and obstacles while pursuing your passion and your dream. But see to it that you follow it to a logical conclusion. Put everything into it, and the end will be glorious. That's just about it. But I know there are a lot of youth now trying to live their dreams, and along the way they are seeing some obstacles, and they are beginning to think, well, not that am I not on the wrong track? And you see your mates who are doing some other things, you just say, well, let me leave the unpredictable and go for the predictable. Well, if you stay hard long enough and work hard on it, I can assure you will break through. It's just a matter of time. That's my advice.
Thank you very much. It's very, very important because of what you have just said now. Because I believe that one of the reasons why we all fail, or many people fail in life, is just that dearth of persistence. We don't persist enough. We don't struggle enough. You know, because when something becomes very hard, we have a tendency to withdraw, have a tendency to draw away from that, and then find the easy path. And sometimes that easy path is not the best. So I believe
that's the reason for mediocrity in our society. Everybody wants to go for the easy path.
Yeah, but why is it so? Because the thing is not very anything that is not. They said easy come, easy go. If you get things very easily, sometimes you lose them easily as well. So, but if you get something very, very, very difficult, if they are very difficult for you, you have a tendency to keep those things very, very tight and close to your heart. So I don't know why people go for things that are very easy in life. Sometimes easy things are not the best, I guess.
Yes, a lot of times.
Okay, thank you very, very much for your time, giving us your time. I know you're a very busy pastor, and I hope you will come back one day to give us more interviews. And I hope our listeners would take time to listen to you and all your advice, and try to apply them into their lives, especially those who are trying to find their purpose in life, because I believe that is the essence of life. Finding your purpose is the main thing you came here to do. Find it and follow you through. Okay, you are listening to Motivational Radio France with your host, Longiago in Paris.
Motivational Radio France is a radio station dedicated to motivation, success, and inspiration. I recommend that you tune in regularly for life transforming interviews and more.